Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is feeling accomplished. They're looking around and feeling like they've created some sort of stability, or it's like after you have a party, or I don't know, maybe you have a few kids, friends over, whatever it is, and you get everything all cleaned up and you feel great. You're awesome, mischief managed, and then somebody comes like trudging in with muddy shoes, because we've got the Four of Candles or Four of Wands in the reverse following that Two of Pentacles or Two of Pumpkins. So I thought everything was fine. I thought everything was figured out. I thought it was all organized, or I thought it was all clean. And then you come in and you just like ruin it. So there's, I think, an external influence that sets somebody off because they've worked diligently to get things where they wanted them to be. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? I hope you all are having a great day. If you would like a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. It's real easy to figure out. wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. We're going to start off with the Marigold Tarot. Let's see what else we've got for you. And then later this week, I will have some pre-recorded but premiered live videos just to give you a heads up. So you'll see probably a couple of notifications if you subscribe that give you a couple hours notice ahead of when I have a live chat and a reading up. So hopefully you all like that instead of the, oh, can't keep track of her schedule. I wonder what she's doing. Six of Rings or the Six of Pentacles. Four of Cups in the reverse. Another four in the reverse. And the High Priestess. This is somebody who's kept a secret. And I feel like the King of Swords or King of Lightning is not our High Priestess. I do feel like this High Priestess is somebody who has been kind of keeping an eye on this King of Swords, waiting until the right moment. It's almost like they want you to feel like everything's fine, and then they want to make things worse. Like, oh, good, you just cleaned this? Cool. I'll like trash it, Yeah, I don't know why I don't like this High Priestess, but I don't. Page of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Cups in the reverse. Well, that might be part of it. And the Five of Rings. So this is somebody who likes to think that they have power or some ability in terms of manifestation or sending energy to mess with your money or to mess with your relationship or your friendship group. So this could be, our High Priestess could be somebody who has a little bit of a grudge or has something that they feel was not fair. And they're trying to make sure that you regret whatever happened in between the two of you, that you have some difficulty because, I don't know, they don't like to see you doing well. Hello, John. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing? So we have the Page of Cups in the reverse, Justice, and Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, well, there's why I don't like the High Priestess. So this is somebody who is quite intelligent. They're quite perceptive. I do think they pick up on little clues like body language or remember little details. This person is a sponge for information. And it feels to me like they view themselves as somebody that makes things right. So almost like a vengeful energy. With the Emperor in the reverse, they feel like they can control things, or they feel like they can, demand things of people. So they're a little bit unmanageable. Five of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Six of Cups. This is somebody who is trying to cause some sort of difficulty or, frustration for somebody that they've known a long time. This could be somebody like a sibling. This could be a cousin. This could be a friend you've had for, a decade, or somebody you've worked with for 7 years. But this is someone who's pretending that things are okay, or pretending that they're over something. They don't still have a problem. But with that Five of Swords, you better believe they still have a problem, and they're trying to find a way to make things difficult for this King of Swords. Perhaps you called them out for something they said or did. Because the King of Swords is somebody who, generally, that's somebody who has a lot of respect for the truth and isn't afraid to speak truth. Hello, Upper Echelon. How are we doing? Hello, Illuminati. How's your day? So, Ten of Swords in the reverse, Three of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. I just look at it as I'm protecting myself. You did something to me, so I'm going to do something to you. I think this is a person who feels they have someone else on their team, or someone else that would like to see you struggle a little bit, even though there is something you've done to try to make things right. Maybe you've apologized. Maybe you've talked over at them. Maybe you got some sort of sense from them that everything was fine with that Two of Pumpkins, Two of Pentacles. But this is somebody who, underneath the surface, they're hiding the tension or the irritation, the resentment that still lingers. Yeah, I think there might be one or two, maybe even three people who are friends that all subscribe to whatever this High Priestess is saying. It's kind of like the High Priestess is the ringleader. Knight of Wands in the reverse, King of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. You've made this person mad. If you're the King of Swords, you've made them mad because you spoke truth to a situation that they didn't think anyone needed to know about, or they don't like the fact that you told the truth. I think you called this person out. I think you made them have to defend themselves, or you corrected them. It could be as simple as you told them that they had a typo. But this is, I'm irritated because you spoke up, because you said something, and that thing that you said, I didn't want you to say it. Nine of Wands, the Hermit. The thing is, this is starting to grow tiresome for the friends of the High Priestess. The High Priestess thinks it's real fun to go after this King of Swords, to, make things difficult or talk about them in a negative way. But the friends, the little minions, the little people who, the High Priestess is trying to get on their side, they have taken note of something and realized that maybe, just maybe, this High Priestess actually is lying or exaggerating about the situation. So it kind of feels to me like this High Priestess is starting to realize they may have to fight this battle on their own now. Hello, Susan. How are you doing? Hello, Justin. I hope you're having a good day. Ten of Cups in the reverse, Chariot in the reverse, Page of Cups. So it's like, I want you to be ostracized. I don't want you to have a seat at the table. I don't want you to be a part of our friend group. Or I want you to feel like, no one believes you. So Ten of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is just such not nice energy. Page of Wands in the reverse, Five of Swords, Knight of Wands in the reverse, Ten of Cups in the reverse. I don't like what you had to say. You make me irritated. I'm going to try to mess with you because I'm still angry at you. So I'm going to make sure that you don't feel like you're welcome, or I'm going to make sure you feel like you don't have any friends or people that agree with you. Because then maybe you'll learn that you need to apologize and you shouldn't have said what you said. You shouldn't have like contradicted me, basically. This is the Kipper. What else do we have? Courthouse. High honor. And main male. So the main male is our high priestess. This is why we don't focus on genders, right? And they are upset, perhaps because there's been some decision made, right? This doesn't have to actually be in a court. However, we did also have the justice card come out. So this could be, I can't believe that you got the judge to agree to your child custody agreement. I'm going to play nice and pretend everything's fine, but secretly I'm going to find ways to get under your skin and irritate you. But with this high honor, it makes me feel like there's somebody here who takes the high road, doesn't really get dragged into, BS. And that's exactly what this high priestess is trying to do. I want to get you into some sort of argument or like make yourself look bad because they're mad over this decision. They're mad. Maybe they didn't get the job they wanted. Some court decision didn't go their way. I think this could, for some of you, be about inheritance because we do have gift in the reverse after despair. I didn't get the thing that I wanted. Now I have to work for it. So I wanted to press a big red easy button. I thought it would do exactly what I wanted it to. And then now here I am feeling like I can't do what I want to because this King of Swords spoke up. This is the Path of Shadows. Thank you, Illuminati. That's fair. I think I would call it wine. We've got avoidance. In the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark's cool shade. And then this King of Swords came along and was like, hey, that person over there, they're not up to any good. So why didn't you leave me alone, King of Swords? That's what this high priestess is basically feeling. Like, you made me have to like defend my actions or explain why I was where I was. Venomous garden. Beauty conceals truth beneath captivating lies. Beware the allure of the dangers that in the shadows hide. This is interesting because we also had in the dance of shadows. So this is somebody who feels like they can obscure reality, or you don't need to know what's going on, or, I have this giant property so that everybody's far, far away. They felt in some way insulated against the consequences of their actions. Perhaps they had a lot of influence on the people closest to them. Harpy, a creature of many guises, in storms I soar. Amid virtues and vices, a reflection of life's score. The thing is, I think this high priestess got a little too big for their britches. And in other words, maybe kind of tempted the universe to teach them a bit of a karmic lesson. They felt like they could control things, right? I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Magician in the reverse, but we already had the Emperor in the reverse. This is somebody who felt like they could do whatever they wanted, felt like they could, influence their buddies or influence, I don't know, the mall security cop. But it's not as easy as what they were expecting. And they've realized now they're starting to lose some of the friends because of their pursuit. Werewolf. Only the moon knows what it takes to hide this turmoil. Two sides of the same tormented soul. So they try to show one facade, one mask to everybody. They try to get everyone to see them a certain way. But this King of Swords has started to kind of like expedite the slippage of the mask that this person's been wearing. So makes it a little bit harder for them to hide what they've been up to or their true character, and probably less likely that this King of Swords is going to apologize. What else do we have? You might see the Butcher. Avenger. This is our King of Swords. Memory, resolve, hatred, and plotting. So the King of Swords says, I'm not going to just let this go because I feel like you're over here plotting something. You're trying to, I don't know, start a fight. You're holding a grudge against me. This King of Swords is on to the real motivations, right? They understand that somebody is thinking about revenge, or that somebody is not actually as like chill or, I don't know, receptive to an apology or things being made better. And it could be because this High Priestess likes things to be a little bit chaotic. Weaver of blueprints, planning, design, supervision, construction. We have the Architect. The High Priestess feels like they're the architect. I can make all the rules. I can make the plans. I can, you know, be the supervisor, but those decisions have to go through me. And then we have Captain, navigator of destiny, voyage, leadership, decision-making, and objective. The interesting thing seems to be that both the High Priestess and the King of Lightning believe that they are a leader, believe that they are, you know, making the right decisions, and that they have a very important goal or like focus, right? Like Moby Dick. Captain Ahab, I think. So we've got determination on both sides, with the King of Swords having more of a focus on being truthful and honest, and the High Priestess seemingly having some hatred or some plotting, some grudges, right? This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Hello, Kick and Charlotte. How are you doing? Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Jess. Access granted. Social media. Fake profile. Hiding. Sold in the reverse. Searching. So this High Priestess pretends to be someone that they are not. And that could like manifest in various ways, but they get access to something that they do not own or something they should not have access to, maybe bank account or social media. And it's because they're looking up information they can use. And I do feel like that's what the King of Swords has discovered. You pretended to be someone that you're not in order to get something that's not yours. Emotions, coming and going, lost, ghosted, blocked, and cut off, and magnetic in the reverse. So there's people that are upset over what this High Priestess has done. They thought that they had kind of like covered their tracks. They felt like nobody would know what they did. You know, like this is if somebody broke into your house and then pulled up your computer and ruined your YouTube algorithm by looking up a bunch of things that you hate. No one hopefully would ever do that. But this is like, I wanted to just irritate you. I wanted to make sure that you got frustrated today. So maybe catfish, maybe breaking into your phone. This is the Morgan Greer. What else do we have? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man in the reverse. Whatever they did to try to make it seem like this King of Lightning or King of Swords is not believable, it doesn't work. It's like if somebody were to try to argue that the answer they put on their math test was accurate, even though they didn't show their work. It's the wrong answer. The other person shows their work. It's like if you're going to come to a courtroom debate and you have no documentation or like receipts, right? You're probably not going to fare as well as the person who shows up with receipts, with documentation. So we have the difference here being maybe one person actually has the credentials, the King of Swords. Maybe the High Priestess is just pretending. Maybe they are determined to find something out, but they know that they've been blocked, right? If I'm trying to find something out about you, but you're not my friend anymore, or, you're my ex, maybe I could get that information if I pretend to be somebody else. Maybe you would tell, our mutual friend. But the Hanged Man is in the reverse because somebody who is attempting to put you through this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which is loss, they're not getting what they want. They're not seeing that the King of Swords is struggling or, feeling stuck. They've got the Two of Pumpkins, Two of Pentacles, right? So it kind of feels to me like this is somebody who wants to get back or get even with this King of Swords, tries to send this not so great energy their way, but instead it comes back on them. And if the High Priestess had just taken it as, okay, Two of Pumpkins, things have been made even because I guess I did do something that I shouldn't have. But it's like, no, you did this, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get you back like grumpy old men. Queen of Cups, Two of Swords, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So while the High Priestess felt that they could influence the community or spread some gossip, get people to not believe what you had to say, it actually had the reverse effect. You know how sometimes people will tell you, oh, don't do that. And you're like, well, now I want to do it even more because you told me that I cannot. All things forbidden hold their secret charm. And it's funny because as the High Priestess kind of dug in their heels and really wanted to make an enemy out of this King of Swords, the people who previously were friends with the High Priestess, they start to see a different side. They start to see that this High Priestess is being unreasonable and maybe even is envious or just a negative person. Are you just always angry? Are you just always looking for a fight? Maybe that's not the energy we want to deal with. So we might have some switching sides from the Three of Cups, right? The people who are like, I don't know. It kind of seems like maybe the King of Swords is actually better. Chariot in the reverse, Empress, and the Tower in the reverse. That's what I'm saying. These people have changed their perspective. Who I once thought I could trust, the friend that I've known for a while, or the person who, I listened to their advice. This High Priestess seemed real wise. They knew a lot of information. Now I am seeing them take a bunch of missteps and try to justify what they're doing when it's clearly not justifiable. So I think we've got a change in perception from a public standpoint or from that like friend group or coworkers that has kind of rewritten, okay, well, we used to think that this High Priestess was great, but now we feel like this King of Swords is actually the one who's been telling the truth. King of Pentacles. Really? Goodness. Nine of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So now that we look closely at the information, now that we are aware of what's been going on, it's clear that this High Priestess has been, maybe on a little bit of a tirade or just didn't really want to admit that the consequences of their actions were deserved. And even though we were kind of like convinced that this King of Swords was a little, unreasonable, now we see that it was exactly what should have happened, that that person was doing something they shouldn't have, I don't know, catfishing or taking information that wasn't theirs. This could be about company, like proprietary information. They were only thinking about themselves. And so there's this shift, right? All of a sudden now the high priestess is more like shunned, or nah, I don't think I can talk to you. I don't know if I trust you because of how you handled the situation. This is the Golden Lenormand. Hello, Jamlo. Hello, Kenneth. Hello, Bumface. How we doing? I hope you're having a good day. So we have the Coffin, number 8. And number 29, the Woman. So it's this Queen of Cups energy. This does not have to be a woman, right? But it's this Queen of Cups energy that is shifting the tides. That could mean our 3 of Cups people, right? The friend group may look at this as, wow, I can't believe this high priestess was so like short-sighted or self-absorbed. Whoa, I can't believe that this high priestess was lying about the consequences of their actions. There's compassion that shows up either, the 3 of Cups feel like the high priestess has a lack of compassion, or they feel like the compassion demonstrated by the King of Swords is far superior to that of the high priestess. So it's like they're starting to realize, well, maybe this person actually is kind of lying. Maybe they're trying to hide who they really are or what they've been up to. Number 33, the Key. And number 3, the Ship. So 333. Apparently the resolution here was to move away, to get some distance between you and this other person. I think that is the high priestess's approach. I'm going to let people think that everything is fine. I'll go, off on my own for a little bit. But the truth is, I just want a little bit of space so that I can come up with a plan, come up with something that could get back at this King of Swords. This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul, return, second chance, opportunity, making amends, and sorrow, loss, grief, depression. I'm sorry, King of Swords. I initially thought that you were lying. I may have, kind of believed what the high priestess told me, but that was clearly a mistake. And now I understand that maybe I should have done a little bit more research on what the high priestess said about you. So we've got people making amends to the King of Swords, saying, I wish that I had believed you, or I wish that I hadn't, made things more difficult for you, because it looks like you were right. It looks like what you argued or, stated was true. In part, it's because this King of Swords is very comfortable leveraging their intuition alongside their logic. But I feel like this high priestess was trying to say that the King of Swords was just, making things up, maybe being a bit sensationalist or reading things the wrong way. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. Obscurity and trapped. So this high priestess was trying to hide the fact that they had destroyed some people's reputations or shattered some people's hopes. They made people feel stuck, probably by what they said or how they moved, right? If I feel like I'm in control of everything, this is my town, you know, everything I say goes, and I don't like you, then I could make you feel kind of trapped, right? You're not one of us. You're not part of the crew. You're not welcome here, that kind of thing. So it does kind of feel like this high priestess was a bit of, I don't know, control freak. Like, you don't get to be part of the group unless I decide that I like you. And I only decide that I like you if I feel like I'm smarter than you or you're not going to stand up to me. Hello, Peggy. How are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. It's like that sometimes, isn't it? Spying, social network, information, ways. This is somebody who's getting information off social media and they're pretending to be someone else. They're not listening or respecting somebody's boundaries. This could be two exes where this high priestess has tried to convince everyone that the King of Swords was a horrible partner and deserved to be, you know, kind of, I don't know, bullied. But now the friends of the high priestess are realizing, no, it's just that this high priestess is not willing to respect the boundaries of the King of Swords, who rightfully said this relationship is over. Remember, we did have the Four of Candles with the Four of Wands in the reverse, and the Four of Wands can be about a higher level of commitment. So yeah, that's great. You have rules or you have boundaries, but I don't really care about them. That's what the high priestess felt. So we've got resistance. And remember, we had Avenger. So somebody who feels like if, you know, you're going to feel like you've got control over everything, then maybe I'll just prove you wrong. Maybe I'll just make it real obvious to you that you don't have control. So unfortunately, this high priestess is a bit upset. They feel like this King of Swords bested them, made them look foolish in some way, or influenced whether or not they still have these friends at their side. So it's like this grudge is only getting bigger. Four of Wands, Five of Swords in the reverse, Page of Pentacles. But they try to say that everything's fine. It's like they want to get this King of Swords to feel like there's no hard feelings. We're good. You know, we can still find a way to be friends, or there's no reason for us to be like sore with each other. They're lying. They want this King of Swords to feel like everything is fine so that they're easier to mess with. Ace of Cups and Temperance. For many of you, this high priestess is trying to use alcohol or, you know, just kind of like a jovial, friendly atmosphere or energy to get this King of Swords comfortable enough to say something that they could potentially use against them, or that they could, you know, exaggerate and frame up as a problem, because they really want to discredit this King of Swords. So we have the Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and Death. Yeah, they're looking for information to use against the King of Swords to get some sort of revenge or feel like things are even now because they embarrassed the King of Swords after the King of Swords embarrassed them. But unfortunately, what they're finding is like a whole lot of nothing. The difference is, of course, we've got the King of Swords, somebody who really does value being honest. I feel like if there were any skeletons in this person's closet, they'd be the type to make jokes about them. Oh, yeah, back when I had this as a problem, or back when I did that, I was so foolish. They're not going to be the type to be like, oh, no, I'm perfect. I've never made any mistakes in my life. Hello, Voyager. Hello, Vichitata. How are we doing today? What else do we have? Eight of Swords, King of Swords, and the reverse. So I want to trap you in a lie. Everyone thinks that you've told the truth about me. If I can prove that you lied about something, then I win. So that's what their real game is. I'm going to pretend everything's fine. I'm going to, you know, let you think that That's the past. But really, I'm hoping to get you to admit something or gain access to in a way where I find out some information and I can twist it or I can leverage it to make you look like a liar, discredit your story, and then I'm back in control, baby. So they got this whole little plan, right? Now, how can I prove this person was a liar? You can't. Every time this person looks, every time they think, oh, I'm going to get something here. Oh, I'm going to find out a piece of information here. Oh, maybe this is useful. Nope. This is actually a person of high honor. This is somebody who like doesn't want to have secrets or have to hide who they are. They want to feel good about who they are. High Priestess in the reverse. Knight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So the High Priestess gets irritated because they can't find any information. High Priestess in the upright would be, I've got a secret. I found the secret. I got the information I wanted. This in the reverse. I got nothing. There's nothing I can use against this person. If they have anything regrettable in the past, they already talked about it. It's not worth anything. I can't like, ooh, gotcha. So they've put in all this work. They've been investigating. They've been trying to pretend like we're friends. Everything's fine. But they've come up empty-handed. They got nothing. There's nothing they can do to discredit this King of Swords. This is the Gilded Reverie. Number 37, the Clock. Number 10, the Scythe. And number 30, the Lily. So no matter how far back I look, I can't find anything of you that's embarrassing or like scandalous. No matter what I do, either you're really good at scrubbing the internet and making sure that nobody has any bad information on you, or like you're actually a good person. What? They're real confused. How could you be so innocent? You haven't done anything wrong? You're really just like nice and stuff? This High Priestess is like floored, like, did you skip Sunday school once when you were a kid? Like, give me something. They can't find anything, and they are going to all ends of the earth or the interwebs to try to find something. So we've got the Tree of Life, number 5. And the Labyrinth. So this High Priestess is flabbergasted or doesn't understand how somebody could be of high honor like this. Oops. And in part, it's because this High Priestess has not gone through that spiritual awakening, right? They're still obviously pretty low vibrational. And that's why it's so foreign to them, so alien to them, that somebody would actually be just like a good person. Does not compute. But this King of Swords has really been through it. And I do think that they have some impressive level of like owning it, right? If I did that, I'll make a joke about it. I'm not going to try to hide it. I'm not any better than any of the rest of you. I've, taken my punches or had to have, a couple rough spells, but that doesn't mean that I don't get back up. This is somebody who could teach the High Priestess a lot about self-awareness and accountability, and their frustration over not finding any like usable information to go against this King of Swords. It really only hurts them further, because now I feel them like losing control of their temper and being more bold in terms of just like insulting this person that they don't like, but they don't have anything to back it up. So people are like, oh, that's real cute and all, but like, why do you feel that way? Hello, Archetype. How are you doing today? New boo, new love, learning each other, flirtations. So in the process of trying to attack this King of Swords, trying to make this King of Swords look bad or look like they lied about the High Priestess, One of these Three of Cups people that no longer really like this High Priestess and have become more of a fan of the King of Swords may actually go from like the friend zone to, hey, like, I think you're pretty hot. So that would really upset the High Priestess because, of course, they want everyone to dislike the King of Swords. But these friends or this community, they're like, but this King of Swords is actually like really awesome. I can't believe I bought into whatever this High Priestess initially said. So I think there's somebody who may end up dating the King of Swords, falling in love with the King of Swords. And this really upsets the High Priestess. It could be somebody that had previously dated the High Priestess or that the High Priestess had had their eyes on. Repo, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. So our High Priestess may have been looking for information because they are committing fraud. They may have been looking information because they are stealing. They may have been looking for information so that they could add something that wasn't right. But this is someone who is trying to deal with their financial issues. And now, because of this King of Swords, people are starting to realize just how untrustworthy the High Priestess is. So it feels like they're taking a bit of a hit in terms of their reputation. People used to think this person was pretty smart because, you know, they told them they were smart. But this King of Swords has made it seem like that was kind of foolish because this High Priestess doesn't seem to have a lot of respect. And they have some obsession here. I feel like it's, I got to get you back, right? How can I make you regret calling me out or contradicting what I said? I really hate that, you know, you made me look silly. And it's really getting under their skin that there are people that are so into this King of Swords. More and more of these Three of Cups want to be friends with the King of Swords instead. So this High Priestess is feeling like not only are they struggling in terms of their finances, but they also have fewer people that want to spend time with them or like listen to them whine about the King of Swords. So we got key player. There's our key controller card, or key person, playing an essential role, irreplaceable. Whereas the High Priestess had tried to make themselves, you know, a core element of this community or this friendship group, they're now having to basically relinquish that or give that up because more and more people are flocking over here to this King of Swords. SOS, act with urgency, assistance needed, and distress. Playa. Not looking to settle, seeking options. And reading up. Yeah, I'm not okay with you having won. I've got to find a way to even the score. I've got to find a way to get you back or make you regret talking about me. But I need help, and there's nobody who wants to help me anymore. I've like made all of my friends question why they were friends with me in the first place. So I guess I have to do all of this research on my own. They're getting real irritated because they thought this would be a lot easier to take out this King of Swords or make them look like they lied. And they're finding this to be very difficult work, maybe even impossible. This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? You're right, upper echelon. Maybe it's really good flavor. What else? The Worlds. This is about connections. The High Priestess is losing those connections, and this King of Swords is like, okay, well, that's cool, because I'm going to keep telling the truth. Notice that Michael has a sword, and the sword is about the truth. If you're going to be mad about me telling the truth, then like act right. If you were being compassionate, if you had more of this Queen of Cups energy, I wouldn't have to tell people what you up to, right? This high priestess wants to point the finger at everybody else and blame everybody else for their own actions. Angel of balance. That's that Two of Pentacles at the very beginning, right? This King of Swords is saying, look, I don't like how you do business. I don't like how you treat people. I don't like that you're, feeling like you're in control of everyone when you're not. So I'm going to do something to make sure that you get a little bit of a reckoning, or you get a little bit of a reality check. This could be a bit of an ego death for the high priestess. All right, this is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. Don't give so much advice, it causes hard feelings. You will be successful. Carry through with your ideas. You help others unexpectedly. There's that Queen of Cups energy. That's why more people are saying, you know what? I think that King of Swords actually is maybe a better person than we were led to believe. I'm seeing for someone in particular, there was helping someone out with a car, jumping it, flat tire, something like that. Trouble will arise, but it will turn out not as bad as you expected. Well, that's good. For many of you, I think this high priestess is going to find something, not really. Maybe they'll exaggerate it. Maybe they'll try to like make it seem like this person was, being selfish, or just, trying to manipulate the truth. And then they only make matters worse. They're convinced, oh, you know what? Like, this will do it. Yeah, everyone will come back over to my side. But it's the opposite. You keep going after this King of Swords, more and more people view you as not like believable. Regardless of opposition, you will be successful. Regardless of opposition. So, high priestess, if you out there, find a new hobby. You got plenty of energy. You came through as a high priestess, so I know you got some intuition out there. You've probably been getting these messages that there's like other things you could be doing besides trying to attack this King of Swords. I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to do that. You could be really powerful if you stop trying to play power games. It's the fact that you don't want people to know who you really are. The King of Swords has this, magnetic energy that draws people in that the high priestess does not have, because they only think about themselves. So read up on that Queen of Cups, high priestess. You'll get it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for liking my video and for subscribing. And I hope to see you on the next reading. Toodles. Hi, Laura.